Welcome to the Cubed in Review, sponsored by Comics Cubed, in the heart of downtown Kokomo at 122 to 12. We're somewhere in the heart of downtown Kokomo. You'll find us. Look us up. Google us. It's there somewhere. Trust me. So this week, Cubed in Review, we're going to talk about the big, epic climax of Marvel's huge tentpole event, Age of Ultron. It is so amazing. It is so mind-blowing. It is so all-consuming that they have wrapped every single issue in its own little bagged thing so you cannot ruin the secret of what is entrenched inside the pages of Age of Ultron number 10. A book that Marvel has promised us you will never guess the ending to. A book that is supposed to rock the very foundations of which the Marvel Universe is based upon. I read it. I don't know that any of those things happened. It was interesting. It was, you're right, we didn't guess it. Marvel, good job. A little underwhelming is the word I would use. I've looked over the internet looking for some stuff. The words they're using is a little underwhelming. Is it a good story? Really, that's all that matters. Shawn, well, it is a pretty good story. All in it. It wraps it all up, brings it together. But when you're looking at the idea that is going to wrap into other things and the tendrils of this book are going to reach out and start blossoming the next big tentpole event, Hunger, it was a little underwhelming. So, good try. Overall, a very solid read all the way through, all 10 issues. Very happy I read it. I think most people are going to enjoy the entire book. But when we are promised epic, crazy, foundation, thunder, bringing down Thor kind of things to Earth, underwhelmed. For Marvel, with the underwhelming tentpole event of Age of Ultron, we jump into the pleasantly surprising happiness that IDW brings me with Wild Blue Yonder number 1. Looks something like that. Wild Blue Yonder number 1, the very first issue, so a great place to jump on, is a bit of high action adventure, a little flavor of pulp, a tad bit of your post-apocalyptic kind of world, but in a very recognizable format, not your Mad Max style craziness. However, a lot of people in this particular thing have gone into the air. The Earth itself is highly irradiated, the world's dying, so we get on a lot of air stuff. We're talking airships, balloons, dirigibles, fancy planes, all kinds of fun stuff. It felt to me like we've got a lot of influence from Firefly / Serenity mixed with a little bit of your 1980s Spielberg, Indiana Jones action-y kind of stuff, only a sense of the actual characters. IDW delivers to me on this one, unlike a lot of books I've read recently. It's a lot of fun. It's got a really good story, and at the end of the very first issue, I've met a lot of characters. You've gotten a lot of stuff happening. The basic premise of the series is set up for you. We know who the bad guys are. We know what they want. We've met several of the good guys, but not all of them. We've definitely met the major cast members, and there's a lot of movement. A lot of stuff going on. Doesn't feel like you're being ripped off. Really good, solid book. Highly recommend that you check out IDW's, Wild Blue Yonder. We read a lot of comics. I gotta look at them every once in a while. Which brings me to my disappointment from the week. Brought to you once again by Avatar. Avatar Comics bring you a disappointing read. All on New Comic Book Day, featuring one of my favorite kind of characters, zombies. I love zombies. I love The Walking Dead. I love Dead World. I love all kinds of stuff where human monsters have turned into zombies and they're eating the flesh out of other human monsters known as humans. I love it. In this one, we get a special treat where we're introduced to vampires and zombies. Turns out, I don't like vampires, but I'm a critic. And that means I have to get over the fact that I don't like vampires, even though I think they suck. And that's not meant as a pun, they just really suck. But in this, we're breaking new ground. Max Brooks, the amazing writer of the World War Z book, which doesn't have virtually anything to do with the movie coming out except for the same name. He's come out and told you not to go see the movie because it's a festering pile of crap. Doesn't seem like a good way to get more of your stuff made into movies, but good going, Max. You're related to the other Brooks who makes great movies, and so therefore I am sure that you have a lot of money. He's got a lot more money than I do. He's got a lot more clout. Quite frankly, if he were to watch this stupid video, he'd go, listen, fat dude, what do I care what you think? I don't really give a damn about your opinion. And my zombies and my vampires are going to make more money than you're going to make in an entire year. Yes, but I still have my dignity because I didn't write this festering pile of crap. It was incredibly poorly put together. You know what? I mean, it's one of those things where what do you review? It's zombies. It's vampires. They don't... it sucks. It's... pile of trash. It's not good. Don't read. I am going to lose money on this book. Why? Because I would prefer my customers to buy something that I think they're going to enjoy. Now, the truth is, I have about 3 guys in here that I think love zombies so much that I will sell this to them happily because they're going to enjoy it because they enjoy anything zombies. But to the average guy coming off the street, hey, Shawn, what do you think I should read this week? It sure as hell won't be that book. All right, so I had 2 favorite books this week. Wild Blue Yonder from IDW is one of them, and my second comes in from Marvel today. Now, normally not a huge Marvel guy, even though we seem to cover a lot of material, but we cover a lot of their material because it makes me a lot of money, and I'm going to give attention to the books that actually, pay my bills. Sorry if that's a horrible way to look at things, but, well, I need to feed my 300 pounds of dogs. So, this week, Indestructible Hulk. Mark Waid comes off with yet another really well-done story, well put together arc. It feels good, and it's a really good jump on point. Whereas this is issue number 9, somebody brand new off the street could pick this book up and feel very comfortable going into it. In fact, the very first page sets up the premise. Very simply, over all these years, Bruce Banner has done horrible, horrible things while he has been the Hulk. But Bruce Banner himself is pretty much the smartest guy in the Marvel Universe, besides maybe Mr. Fantastic himself, Reed Richards. So he makes a deal with S.H.I.E.L.D. You give me an unlimited supply of cash, headquarters, and a small team, and I will create products and technology that will better the world and hopefully make up for the horrible, horrible things I have done while in the guise of the Incredible Hulk. Meanwhile, when you have some horrible, horrible thing happen, you can use the Hulk as a one-person weapon of mass destruction. You point the Hulk in the general direction of whatever it is that you want erased from the earth and then salted behind him, and that's how it'll work. So you get the Hulk as a weapon, you get Bruce Banner's mind to fix the world and try to come up with better things. In this issue, we deal with the situation, though, that Bruce has put in some safeguards to make sure that S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't screw with him. S.H.I.E.L.D. has a bad habit of kind of messing with people's minds, tricking them and doing horrible things. They are a covert espionage unit. They're known for doing bad stuff. Shooting the Hulk into the heart of the sun and hoping that he dies is something that they might do. So he's got a good friend in here. He makes a phone call every single week to make sure that he's okay. And we go into that. So the basic premise here is bad guys get giant weapons of mass destruction. They send the Hulk in and he has a team up, which shouldn't be a big secret who he teams up with because it's right on the cover. So I don't know that I'm giving anything away when you look at the book and go, eh. But Mark Waid currently writes Daredevil. Mark Waid currently writes The Incredible Hulk. He teams up the 2 best books in the Marvel Universe practically. Hawkeye's really still way, way up there. But regardless, puts them together and you get a very fun, action-filled book with a really good type story, really well done art, and well-paced. The whole thing goes together. You're going to feel like you got a great, solid read. You're going to feel like you got your money's worth. And at the end of this particular book, it's going to make you want that next issue. Just a second. Scully, it's me. I mean, who actually uses the phone like that? Mulder got away with it forever on a top-rated Fox show before Fox decided to flush him down the toilet. But really, the guy just picks up the phone and he's like, hey, KFC, it's me. Yo, pizza guys, it's me. He can call it the President of the United States. Yo, Obama, it's me. And they're going to know who he is because he's Fox Mulder. Spooky Mulder. IDW is bringing us season 10 of the X-Files. Yes, that's right, fans. It's the X-Files. They're saying, yo, hey, we've been gone for a while. We had 2 movies, but Chris Carter has got involved and he wants to make a new comic book, and it'll be season 10. I don't know that Chris Carter actually talks like that, but then again, as far as I know, he hasn't had a big hit since X-Files, which was like 20 years ago at this point. So, X-Files starts off where everything left off, and the idea behind these has become very, very popular. Joss Whedon was probably the first to do it. He did a separate season of Angel. He's done a separate season of Buffy, and the idea is very, very simple. These books pick up where the shows left off. And the same thing is with the X-Files. Now, the truth is if you're an X-Files fan, you're going to eat this kind of stuff up. It's really well done. It's put together well. IDW has packaged it well. You're getting your characters right off the bat. Fans of the X-Files, you're going to dig it. They give you also plenty of covers, from kind of a photorealistic cover to a more cartoony cover. Really pretty well stuff. It's a really simple review. If you like the X-Files, gonna really like X-Files #1. If you're a comic book fan who doesn't know anything about the X-Files, this might be a pass. But overall, really well put together and solid. IDW, they're kicking up the dirt this week. They're doing all right for themselves. So this week in the wrap-up, very quickly, the first Revival trade paperback is out. Revival is a very Stephen King feeling horror, mystery, crime drama by Tim Seeley, Mike Norton. I love this book. Really, really well put together. I think fans of horror are going to dig it. I think fans of mystery are going to dig it. I think Stephen King fans are going to love it. This is a Walking Dead style book that everybody at the water cooler should be reading. Batman and Batgirl. This was previously the Batman and Robin storyline. Then, well, the creator of this, the guy who claims to be the creator of the newest Robin, Grant Morrison, blew Robin's brains out, so now it's Batman teaming up with other people. In this, we have angst between the Bat family as it's all falling apart. Really well put together, good story. Avengers leads into Infinity, which will be one of the big summer crossover big events. This is what's going to help kind of kick it off. This is the prelude. Avengers fans, don't forget to check this one out. It's going to be worth it. Morbius, didn't get a chance to read it, but teaming up with Superior Spider-Man is burning up the shelves. People are loving it. This book so far has sucked. It has been the worst Marvel Now book yet, but I got a feeling the addition of Superior Spider-Man is going to make this one single issue the only one in the entire run that's going to A, be worth any money in the possible future, and B, be probably the most entertaining read you get out of the entire series. Dream Thief from Dark Horse Comics. Love Mike Richardson's Dark Horse Comics, so I want to talk about it real quick. Not a chance to read #2, but love #1. Very strange little book about Aborigine masks giving people superpowers. A little strange, a little surreal. Don't forget to check it out. Batgirl and Robin Year One. This is a pretty massive tome. Chuck Dixon heavily involved in this one, along with Scott Beatty. This is the first year, the origin of both characters. Absolutely love this book. The artwork is amazing. The story, so well done. This is a great book for all ages. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter if you're a hardcore comic fan or even just new to it. Definitely recommend Batgirl and Robin Year One. Loved it. Last but not least, from Vertigo, we get the return of 100 Bullets. This is a hard R comic. This is not for little kids, not PG-13. This has got massive amounts of violence. This has got some sex. It's got a little bit of nudity. It's got foul language. It deals with adult themes. If this were at a movie theater, the screen on the rated R thing would light up like Vegas with all the crap that is in this book that is not appropriate for small people. But for those of us who are adults that like entertainment and want to see Sons of Anarchy meets The Shield and The Wire kind of thing, this is the book for you. Man, it's packed. Wow. There's a lot of crap going on in here, and it's going to churn your stomach a little bit, but not in the way of a disgusting comic, but as in just a really hard-packed, gritty story. This is an AMC-style Fox kind of thing. So check it out. Highly recommend it. Weird Comics Cubed. This is the Cubed in review. I'm glad you could make it. Turns out we're at 121 East Sycamore in the heart of downtown. We're open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 6. I am Shawn Hilton. I do read comics, and I want you to too. So do it!